Hi everyone, it's Nancy. I'm back with an autumn journal. I thought I was going to go right into Halloween, but my friend Amy came out with the most gorgeous autumn kit that I had the perfect book to make. So, excuse me, I had to make another fall journal and I'm so excited. So, Amy from Crafty Cat USA, she came out with a kit called Autumn 1910, and I'll show you, but here is just some of the ephemera and the colors. See, fall is my favorite, and these colors are amazing. Look at all this. I mean, it's just gorgeous. And she does it with the watercolor effect paper, just like she did her other kit, Spooky. And I just had to drop all the Halloween and do this journal because I had this beautiful Reader's Digest sitting on my table, and it was just sitting there. Like, I don't know why I even had it there. It was just there for about a month. And I think because of the cover, I said, oh, maybe fall journal, maybe, I don't know, but it just sat there. And then Amy came out with that kit, and I said, I know exactly what I'm going to do, why that Reader's Digest book was sitting there in front of me all this time. And so look at that cover, it's just perfect, you know. And so I did get a start on this. I wanted to show you what I did was this frame die here is, and here's one I cut out of this paper here. This is, I believe, a retired Tim Holtz die. And when I thought of this, and I said, oh, this is beautiful to frame one of these lovely ladies. So I reduced the size of the picture, and then I have this gorgeous paper that's kind of got like, looks like a patinaed copper. And what I did was I cut out one frame of the specialty paper, and then to build it up and make it thick, I cut out 3 frames out of brown cardstock, and I glued it all together so it made it a nice thick heavy frame. And I put that lovely lady in the middle and glued it to the front here. And then the closure is an old button, and it's got like bluey turquoisey in there, gray. And then I have beads here that kind of go with the fall theme with all these colors here. So you can see that I kind of picked up the teal and then the burnt oranges and coppers and things like that. And this is an elastic cording, so it is attached to the back of the book here, so you have a lot of room for it to grow, and then you just hook it on to the button and it's your closure. So I wanted to show you the signatures that I did so far, and just a few little things we'll do today, and then I'll come back in a day or two, and then we'll start making more ephemera for it. So I did 3 signatures. You can see 3 signatures here. I'm not sure if I'll leave this. It is very pretty to leave it like this, I think. So I might just leave it because the colors are pretty. So I think I will. Sometimes I cover it with something, but the book is in such beautiful condition. The Reader's Digest is from 1976. So I think it looks just beautiful like this. I think I am going to leave the integrity of the book like that. So here is the first opening here. I'm just looking for my little piece that I had with this here. It's around here somewhere. There it is. Okay, so we're gonna start on the inside cover, but in a moment. But I wanted to show you what I did was I took the contents of the book out, and then I just glued in some real pretty fabric that I have. I am a quilter too, although I haven't quilted for a long time, but I have a nice selection of fabric, so I thought this fabric here looked real pretty with this. So I covered the inside of where the binding will be with the fabric, and I sewed the 3 signatures in for now, okay? So look at this. I just had to have this as the first page. I think this is gorgeous, this first page. the colors, and then it, you know, the texture, it looks like it's done on watercolor, and Amy does such a beautiful job. I just can't get enough of this kit. So let me just quickly go through the signatures, the base of what I started with, and then we'll make a few little things. So one of the things that I did was I did print, and then I printed like a coffee dyed, and then I took a stencil and just used some vintage photo and stencil to just gussy up the page. I have some hand-dyed doily paper here that in those beautiful autumn colors. I do have a book of vintage sheet music, so I knew that went real beautiful in here. And look at this, gentleman. Look at this page. Beautiful. And that one. And then here's another coffee dyed background I did. And I found this, look at that. I found this piece of old lace that I have. And so I am going to use fabric tack and glue this on here. But I'll probably do it and let it dry overnight. So I'm going to have it like this. And it'll be a tab, okay? And then I have my coffee dyed paper here. And I flipped it up. We're going to have little tuck spots throughout the journal. I do have some Edith Holden book page in here from October and November. I took out of the book that I have. And, you know, I only have one. And I'm not going to hoard it. I'm going to use it where I know it's going to look gorgeous. And so I have a page of that in here. This also is one of the sheets in Amy's collection. And I printed this on vellum. And I do have a vellum sheet in each signature, so I do have this paper, this vintagey writing paper. So when you write on there, you're going to see your beautiful handwriting through here. And then I'll show you what we're going to do, why there's holes in here. And look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? Oh my gosh. Wow. And then this is the center spread of the first signature. And she does have some pages that are muted, so you're able to write on them. I will link Amy's channel and shop down below. And if you want a nice flip through of this collection, she does have that, or you can go to her Etsy shop and check that out. And here's this page here. Look at that. Isn't it pretty? And then we have the little bit of the vintage writing, which I'm not sure what we're going to do yet with that. The vellum, the other side of the Edith Holden. Another tuck here we're going to figure out what to do with on my coffee paper. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I can't get enough of it. And then here's a page. This is also from Amy's kit. Isn't that pretty? Wow. Here's the other side of the vintage music paper, the dyed doily paper. I have some antique linens that we're going to attach. And look at that. That was the end of the first signature here. This is the start of the second signature here. So backed it with some coffee dyed looking paper. I have a bag, so we're going to make something for that. My coffee paper with a tuck. We'll figure that out. This is also from Amy's kit, this beautiful forest scene. And there's another muted page. And then here's the vellum. I printed this on vellum here. So that turned out pretty. Like that. Here's the other side of that. Vintage music. Here's some more hand-dyed paper. And then this is a piece of vintage linen, like tapestry. And I'm gonna sew that onto that page, hand sew it. And then look at the center on that one. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. I just want, you can't cut this up. It's like you have to have this as a center because I just think it's so gorgeous, you know? Okay, and then I have that music paper, another muted page to write on. There's another beautiful scene, more writing paper. This is the other side of the vellum. My coffee dyed. Here's the other bag, and I did cut it open, so we have an opening on this side as well. And that's the end of the second signature. Here's the beginning of the third signature here. It's just gorgeous. And there'll be lots of writing space in here, but we're going to really gussy this up with some beautiful ephemera. Here's another Edith Holden page about November. Look at her sitting there by her pumpkins. Beautiful. Oh, I just love it. It makes me feel good. You know, it's definitely says fall. These papers. I love them. Love the rich colors, the warm colors. Look at that center page. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty. So, and she's the gal on the front here, just reduced in size here, because I thought she needed to be on the cover. It's her journal. And then look at that. And then I have some pretty ribbon we're going to incorporate. Oh, there she is. Look at that. Gorgeous. So, yeah, this is the journal here. And look at the end page. They're so pretty with the pumpkins. So, I like I said, it's going to get thick. And I can adjust this. What's nice about this is you can adjust the band on this. But it's got plenty of room to grow. As you can see, it's going to grow. So it's a really nice closure too. I like that. So the first thing I wanted to do in here was to put like a real pretty, I wanted to tell you what I did here was put 2 holes there, and I actually stitched the button on. And it's a little loose because you want a little bit of give under there for the cord to go through. And then punched holes and put the eyelets in here, and that's how you string that through. I learned that from my friend Kathleen Maurer on YouTube, and she does a nice closure like that, and I love that closure for some Reader's Digest. So I did that idea from her, got that idea from her. And then, so to cover the stitching, I just put a piece of this pretty copper paper here. So I have a real pretty doily that is the beautiful color. It's perfect for this. I think I got these a while ago from Stampin' Up. And then I have a little piece of ephemera, and I cut a little piece of that tapestry fabric and glued that on there. And then I've had this. I'm not sure what shop I got this because I've had it for a while, but it's like a coffee dyed and doily library pocket with a card, coffee dyed card, and I thought that would be real pretty for the front here. So what I want to do is glue this on here, and then I wanted to put the let me get a drink of water, one moment. Very dry, sorry about that. So I wanted to glue this here and then put the doily like about there. And then I just wanted to kind of glue this on like that, just real simple. So I thought maybe we could do that. And oh my gosh, Amy's going to start her journal. Let me get my bigger glue bottle for this. She's going to be starting her fall journal. I'm not sure what type she's making. And also, Carol Laws will be working with this collection, and she will be making a journal as well. So as far as we know, there are 3 of us that are making journals with Amy's collection, and we will be doing videos on it. So, and we all have different styles. So it'll be very fun to watch what we all come up with using Amy's kit. So, yeah, Carol Laws on YouTube, and Amy, Crafty Cat USA, and then myself here. So as far as we know, that's the 3 of us are doing that. So I'm going to put this about here because I want to put the doily here and cover that up. Not that I need to because it looks nice the way it is, but I will. All right, and then I will take my doily and glue it about there. So I hope everybody's doing well. Are you crafting fall? Are you making something for fall? Like just ephemera or a journal or a little folio? You know, sometimes you just don't feel like or don't have time to make a whole journal, but there are so many nice ideas out there for just quick folios that you can use, and this would make a gorgeous folio, I think. So let me just, I'm trying to get some glue in the good spots here. Yes, this would make a beautiful folio. And you know, yeah, it would make a beautiful flip-flop too, but I have to give that a rest. I did quite a few flip-flops now, so I'm going to just, you know, see where my creativity takes me. And yeah, I just wasn't sure. I said, I think I'm going to start Halloween, but, and I have some ideas that we're going to do. But I am very happy that I'm doing something for fall again yet, because I know not everybody celebrates or cares to make Halloween things, but you know, there are some of us out there that enjoy that. So I will do both. All right, let me get this on here. I'm going to put it right about here. Okay, there we go. That's a pretty doily. I like it. And then this here I'll probably put on with some fabric tack. Oh, got glue. I'm sorry, I got ink all over my thumb here, I just realized. So I'm going to take some fabric tack to put this tapestry on with. So let me get that out. I filled my bottle so I wouldn't have to wait for it to come out. Let me just get that down there. Okay. That should do it. So I'm going to put that right about here. Just like that. I'm going to let that be free. And just a little decoration there. You can always add more. But it's kind of nice to put like something in the front there, like a pocket or a tuck that you could just put like something in the beginning of there. And, you know, you could, you know, definitely write on this for sure. So I wanted to add this. When I saw that I had this in my stash, kind of went shopping in my craft room here in my stash of fall things. And I really like that. So yeah, that's just a real pretty way to start. And then the other thing I wanted to show you, and I picked this up from Kathleen as well, but I love how she does this. Just to dress up this page, I did punch some holes in the paper with a hole punch, small one, and I'm going to weave this ribbon in and out. And it just adds something. Let's see, I'll just do it that way. So it just takes a little time, but watch the effect. I've done this before, but and you just go gently so you don't rip your paper. So I'm just gonna do that for now. Yeah, so is it fall where you live yet? Are you feeling the weather yet? I mean, here in Illinois, in the Midwest, we've had a cool rainy day today, which is nice, but I know this week coming up, it is going to be near 80 a few days, so I guess we're going to get a little bit more summer before it actually leaves us here. It just wants to hang on a little bit longer, and that's okay. But I'll tell you, you know what I did yesterday? I made some apple butter. I just wanted to do some canning, and I just wanted to my house because you know what I did? I peeled like 7 pounds of apples, which I should have probably got more apples, but it's okay. I got 8 jars made, but yeah, I peeled the apples early in the morning, and I put everything in the crock pot, and it just cooked slowly all day long for like 10 hours. Oh, you can't even have a candle that smells that good. I'm telling you, you've got to try you know, just making some like apple butter. That's what I was making, apple butter. So and then when it was done, I got 8 good jars out of it, and then I, you know, had to process it, and then was able to eat it on my English muffin this morning. Oh my, I was in heaven. It was so good, so good. So yeah, that's what I did. So it felt good to do something like that. And I do enjoy that. And when it gets a little cooler, I'll be making bread. I like to make bread. So I usually do that. And my daughters always say, yeah, I'll be making bread. Anybody want a loaf? And they'll say yay or nay. And then sometimes I have three to four loaves rising in my kitchen. And then I'll just bake them all at once, one right after the other. So it's an all-day process, but I love it. And it tastes so good. So, see, it does take a little bit of time, but isn't it turning out pretty? Don't you see? It just adds a little something. You just got to have a little patience, and it's not going to fall out. It's not going to come out either. It's, you'd have to really work it to get it out. So you don't have to knot it unless it was like a slippery ribbon, but this is not slippery by no means. So just got to take your time, get it untwisted so it'll look just as nice on the back. And just add something. I love this idea that I got from Kathleen. Almost there here. So I kind of just wanted to show you how I got started, what spoke to me when I saw this kit. And I think Amy's going to make a fabric cover for hers. I'm not sure what Carol's doing yet. So we're all going to be different because we all have our different styles. But I think it's going to be so much fun and then if you watch all three, you'll probably get some really neat ideas to make your own. So it's going to be quite a fun process, I must say. I'm really looking forward to this. Okay, so now that I have it like that, I'm going to get my scissors and I'm going to just trim this, leave a little bit up here like that. Isn't that pretty? You see? Let me turn it this way. So I'll just straighten it out and just give it a little push down. It's a little bit of a stiff ribbon, but isn't it gorgeous? That's all you have to do. And look, it's just as pretty on the other side. So that's something fun and easy to do on your pages, on some of your plain pages. Okay. And like I said, I'll glue this on later so it dries overnight because I'll have to have something here so it doesn't glue to a page. So yeah, my mind is reeling on what I want to do in here, but I thought I would just show you how I got these signatures together, the process of doing the Reader's Digest book. And let's see, I think there was oh yeah, like this piece of linen here, I wanted it to go here, I think. So we'll work on this another time, but there is that piece of tapestry I wanted to show you. I love this. And I have my needle already threaded, and I am going to sew on camera by hand. But I thought, this is so vintage and pretty. And then it could be a flip up, and you can write here, and then it will be down. So, and as you're going to see, I am a lefty, so I have my wax thread. I do have a little knot in there. I'm going to leave the knot right on top, and I'm going to, let's see, just hold this in. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? So I am going to just stitch through the paper and hope that this will work. I just have to get this through carefully so we don't rip. Let me get this started here. Might be a little hard to, there we go. There we go. Okay, there. That's easy because the wax thread goes through real smoothly. So I'm just going to take some stitches, and you can do the stab and stitch, the stabbing method. Go through once, and then come up. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I think this is a fun way, instead of just, gluing something on, just hand stitch it on. But if you don't hand stitch, you can always just glue it on, staple it on. So, because everybody doesn't stitch, right? But I think it's super cute stitched on. Just more texture, which is what I think I like in this journal, to have more texture. And then the other side will look nice too, which I'm not sure if or what we'll do to it, but I'm going to turn it this way so I can get it towards me here. It doesn't just take a few stitches, that's all it does. A few stitches and it'll be on. A couple more. And then I'm going to bring it back up one more time to knot it, and that's it. That'll be easy. Okay. Make sure it's on there. Yep. All right, and then I'll knot it off. Hope I was on camera there. Sorry if I wasn't. Just going to give it a simple knot because it is wax thread. It's not going to come out. Like that. Clip it off. And then we have a pretty little fabric flip here. And see, it doesn't even do anything to the other side, but you can write here and then it stays down. I think that's real pretty. And I think just a few simple things. I wanted to give you an idea of what to do. Oh, and then the ribbon here. I have this pretty ribbon. It's not stiff. It doesn't have any wire in it. And I have the vintage music sheet. And I thought maybe on this page here, it would look real pretty here, like this. And then you could actually glue it down. It would be a tuck here. So I'm almost thinking I wanted to, let's see, I'll probably just glue this on. That's probably the best thing to do because I don't want to stitch through this vintage paper. It won't be able to take it, I don't think. So let's just get some glue. Let me close up my, I don't think I'm going to use the fabric tack. I think I'm just going to use my regular glue. And first I'll put some glue on the side here for the ribbon. And, oops, let me just cut this edge off here. Okay. And I want to glue this on. So you can, look through your, ribbons, your your trims, your ribbons. And I'm going to put some up and down here. And I think I'm going to spread it out with my fingers so I don't get globs of glue. So let me just kind of spread that out a little bit. Yeah, look through your ribbons and trims. And this is right up to the edge of the paper. So this way, too, it gives the paper stability. So when you do tuck things in, it's not going to rip the music page. And then I'm going to put a little bit over here. And fold that up like that. Okay, so that's going to be pretty, isn't it? You can even put some more. Let me just move this over. Put some more glue on here. Hold on one second. Okay. And we'll glue that up. And then I think I'm going to just glue it down and it will be a tuck. So I'll put glue here, make sure it's in there. And then I'll put glue across here. Make sure this is glued on so it doesn't get stuck on anything. Okay, I think that's good. So we're going to glue that down. Okay, I think that's perfect, just like that. And then we have a nice tuck there to put something in, because we're going to make some beautiful tags, and I have a few vintage pieces we're going to stick in here. And yeah, so I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to leave this open to dry, and then I will glue on my other little piece of this here. So I hope I gave you some ideas to start your journal with. So look around, see what speaks to you, and then where am I going to put this? I had this right here. That's where it's going. I'm going to add this onto here, and I just love adding little bits and pieces of lace and all. So I'm going to glue that there. And so next time I see you, we're going to start making up pockets and tucks and ephemera, and really we're going to just make this journal come alive. So I hope you enjoyed it so far and got some ideas, and have a blessed day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.